This is my 7th video. In this video, I want to speak on an interesting topic. The topic is wells of silence in the development of human brain. The human brain is an important machinery which controls the human body. And on average, the human brain weighs about 1.5 kilogram, 1500 grams. It looks like a large walnut with folds. Brain tissue, human brain tissue is made up of 100 billion neurons, nerve cells, and 1 trillion supporting cells which stabilize these nerve cells. Blood flows to each side of the brain through 3 arteries. They are anterior cerebral artery, middle cerebral artery, and posterior cerebral artery. Here we come across the kind of biochemical and physiological importance given to during the cellular evolution of the human brain and its circulatory system. See how before these arteries on each side of the brain reach the brain, they form into a common junction below the brain system, from where they further travel to their brain regions and split up into small branches and supply the blood. Why this kind of common junction under the brain? Common junction of the blood under the brain. In case any of these cerebral arteries coming from the neck region is narrowed down, then the blood can be supplied to the brain from this common junction without any interruption. That means in the neck region, if any artery is narrowed, then there can be no interruption. The blood from this common junction under the brain easily supplied to the different regions of the brain. So this is the arrangement. Is it not the well of the science? Yeah, in the development of the brain. Not only that, when the oxygen is passed to the brain tissue, that is deoxygenated blood, flows through the veins, down the neck, from the brain to the neck. But the beauty is the deoxygenated blood flows from the veins to the sinuses, into the sinuses. Sinuses again are large vessels, large veins, large vessels. And the beauty is, another wells of silence is, these sinuses are strengthened, hardened by dura mater which is not seen in the rest of the body. And this dura mater will strengthen the sinuses, keep the sinuses rigid and always open, so that deoxygenated blood from the brain immediately goes into the sinuses and goes down to the neck region and the veins in the neck, and from where it goes down to the heart. So that is the beauty of this veins system and the sinuses. So this is another well of silence. Next, this is not the end of the story. You know, the arteries which supply blood to the brain do not allow toxic substances, harmful substances to enter the brain tissue, brain cells, as it is the normal course in the case of other capillaries from the arteries in the rest of the body. They allow. But here in the case of brain tissue, the arteries supplying blood to the brain tissue, the arteries, the capillaries from these arteries do not allow the entry of the harmful substances into the brain region. That is another well of science, the beauty of cellular and biochemical evolution in the construction of the human brain. So is it not interesting? Yeah. This is called, this kind of restriction imposed by the arteries, arterial membranes in the brain is called brain blood barrier, which protects the brain tissue, delicate brain, from the damage caused by chemicals, toxic chemicals, harmful chemicals entering into the brain tissue from the body system. See the beauty? So that's how 3 wells of silence we have observed in the construction of the human brain by cellular and biochemical evolution. See, the great engineer is the nature. Nature is a great engineer, commanded by the DNA and the master engineer. Thank you very much, readers. If you like my video, you can share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much.